Now, considerations for setting your rates. First of all, I need to mention again that as we are a member of the American Translators Association, we're not allowed to mention specific rates in any of these materials in order to prevent price fixing or similar issues. However, I am going to show you a platform that has aggregated rate information so that you can do your own research and find some numbers that make sense to you. I'll show you a calculator that you can use to make sure that your rate meets your own financial needs, and I will also walk you through several parameters that you can research on your own in order to come up with the rates that are the most competitive in your field. And then of course you should continue to test out variations on those rates until you arrive at an optimal point where you're receiving enough business and being adequately compensated. So first we need to talk about you. So you if you're a freelancer, and if you work at a translation company, then I mean your company. What are your financial needs as a translator or as a company? As a freelancer, at these rates, do I make enough in a day, in a month, in a year to cover the needs of myself and my dependents? You should also consider, have you left yourself a buffer in case of any emergencies, medical emergencies, family emergencies, or how about boom and bust cycles? The translation industry is very boom and bust. We do tend to go through months that are insane, tons of work, and then there are months, I'm thinking about August, where it gets really quiet and people can get pretty nervous if they haven't budgeted for a month without work. As a company, you might want to consider, do we have a suggested profit margin target that we're trying to reach in order to cover our overhead? Does my team agree on which circumstances merit going below this target? So for example, if we have a really prime client show up, a Facebook or a really big government contract, are we willing to lower that margin in order to secure a new business? Or if we go below target because of a mistake that we made for an important client and we want to rectify that mistake at no cost to the client, how low are we willing to go? These are all considerations that you should discuss with your team so that you know how to handle any issues that arise. So here's a really great tool that the ATA offers to calculate your rates with respect to your financial needs. So you just enter the average number of words you'll translate in a day, you enter the amount you will charge per word, and I'll show you some ways to come up with that rate later. And then you enter the number of days you're going to work in a month and you can compute it. This is a great resource. You should definitely check it out. You can see the URL right here. It's a bit long, so I won't read it out for you. Okay, some more considerations when you are setting your rates. What is your experience level? If you are a freelance translator that's just starting out, be aware that you may be in a very competitive field. It depends on your language pair, it depends on your experience and your specialization, but it may be necessary to start with lower rates.